The workshop in these 2 days will be focused on developing control lists. As you know that when we're dealing with weapons of mass destruction or chemical and biological weapons, a lot of the weapons are made up of components that are legal traded goods. And so it is that we need to look at these strategic goods and develop lists that how we are going to control them or monitoring them, if you will.
Some might say, you know, we never hear about these kinds of weapons on this in Belize, or maybe, you know, they don't ever pass through here. How relevant is it to our authorities here in the country?
You make a good point, and that is what some of what the commissioner said in his opening remarks, that across the region generally you do not hear about nuclear weapons, and we are not a country, particularly Belize, not a country that deals with nuclear materials, but it is relevant because a lot of the materials that would go into making some of these weapons are legally traded goods. For example, chlorine, fertilizer, and other things that can be used with other things to create weapons of mass destruction.
So if we see maybe the customs authorities see perhaps huge shipments, would that like raise a red flag? They're trained to detect.
And yes, and then that is it. Some of the whole reason for us to develop control lists, so that you will know that certain items in certain quantities, there is some monitoring, some reporting, or some licensing requirements. As I said, because some of them are legally traded goods. Sometimes some materials might be of nuclear or radiological potential, but are dual use, are used for medicine, for example. We have X-ray machines. Some of the components of that, you know, X-ray machines are good. Some of the components for that, but it can be used otherwise, and so you have to have some control lists and the reason for control.